Welcome to Dash Explore. I'm Sarah, and this past New Year's we went on a trip to Stockholm, Sweden, and in preparation for that trip, I recorded an in-progress pack with me video showing you all the things I was packing and thinking about packing for my kids and myself. Now, this video is a little less polished than my typical pack with me videos, but I thought it was important to show you guys that it isn't always perfect no matter how often you travel, and that most of the time packing is a pretty chaotic process, especially if you're traveling with your kids. So check out my packing preparation video from our December trip to Stockholm, Sweden with our two kids, age 3 and 5. It's the day after Christmas. And we leave tomorrow for our trip. So I'm going to walk you through what I have packed so far in like a kind of more informal pack with me thing. So first of all, in this suitcase right now, it's one of our top open suitcases. I have this over the door hanger packing cube system. I will pop a picture on the screen now so you can see what's in there, but this is all the girls' clothes. So there are 12 pockets on it, and so girls have 6 and 6. In the pockets are bathing suits. Each girl has 2 pairs of regular leggings, 2 pairs of cozy leggings, and a pair of jeans. They each have 4 long sleeve shirts. I think like their underwear and socks are in there, and just an assortment of things for them are in there. We will have laundry on this trip. So also, sorry, my washing machine is running, last minute stuff going on here. And then also in this suitcase, I have Delaney slippers. I'm going to get Haley slippers now, and then each girl's snow boots are in here, as well as Andrew and I's gloves. I think we can also still fit maybe a couple more things on top. So that's what we have going on here so far. And then, right in here we have another staging area. It'll be a little bit quieter in here. Haley got a new suitcase for Christmas. I'm sure I can insert clips in here for you to see, but in here there are 2. We have these new Bag Smart compression packing cubes that came with the over the door hanger thing. So in this one is all of their sweaters and sweatshirts. Each girl has 2 sweatshirts and a sweater. I got the sweaters for Christmas. There are also some pull-ups in here. We're like mostly potty trained, but I always feel like it's a good idea to bring a couple. And then in the second one, they got some wool socks for Christmas. So there are 6 pairs of wool socks and their pajamas. So each girl has 2 sets of pajamas, and those are in here. Those fit perfectly on this side of Haley's suitcase. So we have all of this right here, down here on this side. So that's where our compression cubes are. And then on this side, I used our vacuum seal without the vacuum. So you sit on them and pull all the air out. One of those bags, I've talked about them before. I found them in the Target dollar spot. There's 2 of them for $5. And this will be the second trip that we've taken them on. We might've taken them on one other one, but this one has their snow pants and their scarves in them. There is a good chance of snow, and it's also just gonna be really cold. So I feel like it's a good idea to have these so that they can be layered and be warm, especially if it's windy. I don't think we'll regret having these in Stockholm, Sweden in December, January. And then underneath the compression packing cubes is some more pull-ups. So I think I will probably not overstuff this. If I have some light stuff, I'll put it on top, but this is gonna be the one that Haley carries, so I really don't wanna overstuff it. Just some other things to point out in my mid-packing chaos are the girls' backpacks. In the front pocket of these, I have a change of clothes for everybody. So extra shirt, pants, socks, and underwear. And then for overnight on the plane, we do pull-ups. So in Haley's bag, I have the pull-up for each of them because Delaney's backpack is a little bit smaller. And then inside the bag, since we are arriving in Stockholm and it's gonna be cold, their hat and gloves are in their backpacks. So they are easy to grab so they can pop those out when we get there. Same thing with Haley, change of clothes in the front, hat and gloves on the inside. Haley also has a sleep mask in here right now. Also in here will be their loveys and their blanket and their headphones for the plane. We keep their tablets with us, so this will just be stuff for them. All right, and then this chaos is kind of what's left as far as stuff I'm gonna pack. These are extra of our compression packing cubes. I'm sure I will be using a couple more of those for like our things. I also have our foldy backpack here, just in case. This blanket we took to Paris, and it was just nice to have an extra blanket for being out and about during the day. So I might also toss this into Haley's backpack, just have one extra blanket for going out. They're personal blankets we're leaving in the Airbnb, but gonna bring that blanket so we have something when we are out and about during the day. And then my first aid kit that I travel with, some Dramamine for kids, because you can never be too prepared with that. This I will take on the plane, my belt bag. It's my bigger one. And in here, I also have like extra hair ties for the girls. If you're a girl mom, always essential to bring extras of these. And I need to clean it out. It still has stuff from Switzerland in it, but have this out. I also have my foldy bag. I'm on the fence about whether or not we, like we did for Switzerland, just put Delaney's backpack in the foldy to start with and just kind of be able to throw a couple of extra things into that bag as we were traveling. But again, still on the fence. Don't worry, we're leaving tomorrow night. I should be more prepared than this. A sound machine for Andrew and I, as well as some chewable ibuprofen. We've kind of stopped bringing the liquid stuff for the girls because this children's ibuprofen is a little bit easier to carry for traveling. So just our medicine stuff here. In this bag, since we are gonna be there for New Year's, I have some 2026 fun stuff. I tried to just get a couple of things that will lay pretty flat. Some horns and some headbands. Again, these are not super thick or big like some of the ones we typically use, and some necklaces. Again, all stuff that won't take up a ton of space, but we are gonna be there for New Year's and I wanna have fun. All right, and then in here in my backpack, it's not actually packed yet. This is just stuff that I've all thrown together that we're probably gonna end up taking. First of all, I have some gallon Ziploc bags. If you've heard from my channel before, I always travel with these. They are great for motion sickness if you have a kid that gets sick in the car. We also have a hot tub at our Airbnb, so I don't know if we're gonna have any wet bathing suits or things like that when we are traveling home. So for wet clothes or accidents, it's always good to have a couple of those on hand. So I have 4 of those packed right now. I have started to feel a little cold coming on, so I've got some Dayquil, NyQuil, just in case I need it. This is the girls' toiletry bag. I need to go through it and like refill the detangler and take out some of the things that are in there. I have a fresh lotion for them, but this is their toiletry stuff. We have our outlet converters. These are universal, as well as we have some more type F plugs that we have from another trip. This is my game pouch. So in here I have 2 sets of magnetiles. I might just bring one, haven't decided yet. And I have this Spot It game, Disney princess themed. So I might bring that just because we are planning like a stay in the Airbnb day for New Year's Day. So I want to have some games and things for them to play. There is also a playroom in our Airbnb, so I don't really know that I'll need all of this, but at least for now I have some games in here. The girls love a notebook. So I got these for the girls, just blank lined notepads. They could write for days, so I will bring those, and I have some pens. This is my wallet that I will put my cards in, which I need to do this afternoon. My travel purse, I used this when we were in Italy, and it actually holds a lot of stuff, so I think I will probably travel with this again. Again, I have not cleaned it out since Italy. There's a lot of stuff down in the bottom in there, so I gotta clean this out this afternoon. Hairbrush, and then my cord organizer, which I need to switch out cords and make sure I have everything that I need for this trip. I definitely need to go through and clean out some of the stuff that's in here. Oh, I also have these are for the girls, the Play Pack grab and go coloring kits. I have 4 of them. They have crayons, stickers, and coloring books in them, so we love to travel with these. I will also have my laptop, and I'm planning to bring a book on this trip, so we will fill all of that in here. But so as you can see, I clearly still have a lot of work to do, but I am feeling a lot better than I did this morning. I also have all of my clothes and things packed in my closet. I will pop a picture up on the screen because that's all already packed up in the suitcase. So I will maybe pop in and show you all the things we have in there later. But overall, it has come together rather quickly. It is still a little chaotic, and maybe I will feel a little bit better by the time we go to bed tonight. But packing is also just always so hard because there is so many things that you need last minute, especially with kids. We're gonna take their monitors last minute. All of their loveys and blankets are last minute. For us, like a lot of our chargers, anything we sleep with, like eye masks and all that stuff, we pack last minute. So still got a little bit of work to do, but we will get there. So again, I know that was a little chaotic, but it was also real life. Not to mention that leaving for this trip 2 days after Christmas only added to the chaos. Overall, we had an amazing trip, and I think we actually did a really good job with packing. We were never cold. We always had enough, and honestly, I think we maybe just a little bit overpacked, but I would always rather overpack and have what we need, especially in a destination that's cold, than to underpack and just feel unprepared for the weather. And if you want to see more details on what we wore on this trip for our Nordic winter Stockholm, Sweden trip, make sure you stay tuned for our next video where I will be showing you how to dress for Nordic winter weather. So thank you again for watching today. If you found this video helpful, please make sure you give it a like. And if you would like to follow along for more of our family travel tips, family travel adventures, or that video I talked about for next week on dressing for Nordic winter weather, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you can get notified when we post new videos. We also have Instagram and Facebook accounts at Explore, so check those out if you want to see more behind the scenes stuff. And with that, I think we will catch you in the next one.